Hello, my name is Paul, and I am the voiceover for a ministry provided to you by Kym Coan at God is Government, called Your Daily Bread. Taken from Christ's teaching of the Lord's Prayer in Matthew chapter 6, verse 11. This is a daily devotion ministry focused not only on uplifting scripture, but scripture that will grow your spiritual connection with Christ. We hope that you receive these devotions to uplift you, encourage you, but most importantly, advance your knowledge base of the Holy Scriptures. Today's focused discussion will be on deeds of darkness. We have been translated, Colossians 1 says, out of the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of his dear Son, which is a kingdom of light, because he said, I am the light of the world. Whosoever followeth me shall not walk in. What darkness? I don't think there's any middle ground. I think when you were saved, you were taken out of darkness into light. You say, well, what about when we sin? Well, when you sin, you do the deeds of darkness, but you do them in the light. And they are manifest, right? They are manifest, and we'll see more about that as we go. We are to walk, Ephesians 5:8. We are to walk as children of light. Listen, people, if we are the children of light, if we are the sons of light, if we are the sons of the day, if God is our Father and He is light, and then we are the light of the world, we are to live that way. Do you see what He is saying? Boy, what a great thing. What a tremendous truth. We are the light of the world. I don't believe a Christian can walk in darkness. I don't believe that. I think you can do the deeds of the darkness, but you're going to do them in broad light, and God's going to know, and everything is going to be exposed. Light and darkness are absolute opposites, just like conversion is an absolute opposite, the ultimate contrast, light and darkness. And we live in a world that's so dark, and so desperately in need of the light that we give. And so Paul says, walk as children of light. You know, it's so sad, there is light for a dark world. And this is a dark world. Really, this is a dark world. Ephesians 4:18 sums up how really dark it is. And we studied it, didn't we? The Apostle Paul says that the understanding is darkened, alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. It's a dark world, a strange miscarriage of justice, the constant compulsion to do evil, the bitterness of separation and death, the darkness of the future, the dimness that hides truth, the inescapable reality that you can't find reality. It's a dark world. And we come to the world, and Jesus came to the world and offered light. But Jesus himself said men love, what? Darkness rather than light, because, what? Their deeds are evil. And what happens is they plunge deeper and deeper into the darkness. It's the story of a sick, dying man who cherishes his disease. It's the story of a blind man who pushes away the cure. And God has called us into the world to be light, to show light in a dark world. And the only way we can be effective at it is to walk as children of light, not to fiddle around doing the deeds of darkness. We have no part with that. 2 Corinthians 6 says, what fellowship has light with what? With darkness? Christ with Belial? What concord has God with idols? See, we don't have anything to do with that. We're light, walk as children of light. That's when he goes on to say in that same passage, cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. In other words, we are light, let's live like light. You know, it's unbelievable. When a Christian sins, it's a relapse, and he's doing the deeds of darkness. How stupid it is. Imagine it this way. Imagine there was a man, imagine yourself lost in a cave, and you keep trying to find your way out, but you get deeper and deeper, and the cave is a maze, and a network of tunnels, and so forth. And pretty soon, you're down in the belly of the earth somewhere, and you haven't the slightest idea where you are. You're scared, your heart is pounding, your eyes are wide open, but all you can see is an oppressive blackness that looks like it is liquid. And in the midst of that darkness, you grope for days, and days pass into a week, and the week begins into another week. And finally, you're feeling the cold dirt walls and the frenzy is mounting, and the fear is escalating, and then, way off somewhere, there is a pinpoint of light. And you move toward the light, and you grope, lest you fall into a deeper pit. And finally, the light begins to crack open, and it becomes an exit, and you charge out of there with the strength that's left, and you're in the daylight, and the sun is beaming down on you, and you know a freedom like no freedom you ever conceived possible before such a terrible plight. And then not long after, you decide there are several things in the cave that you enjoyed, so you wind your way back. Foolish, foolish. But that's essentially what a Christian does when he wants to do the deeds of darkness. Makes no sense. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of deeds of darkness. Until next time, remember to keep the faith, stay strong, and continue to shine your light in the world. To hear these daily devotions of Your Daily Bread, please log on to goddessgovernment.com. Goodbye, and may your faith always lead the way.